This challenging summary problem is one you definitely need to master. Let's read the question together. You need to fill in the blanks with different natural numbers so that 1/7 equals the sum of two unit fractions. Many students, when they see this kind of problem, what's their first thought? They want to try expanding the denominator, right? Maybe try multiplying both the numerator and denominator by 2. Let's see what happens if we do that. What kind of result will you get? For 1/7, if you multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2, 2 times 7 is 14, so you get 2/14. That means it's equal to 1/14 plus 1/14. Right? Isn't this just the form of one unit fraction plus another unit fraction? But what does the original question require you to do? To fill in different natural numbers. If you write 2 1/14, is that correct? So this method doesn't work. Then you might ask, how should you solve this kind of problem? For children in lower grades, today, Teacher Dong is going to teach everyone a rule, a special rule that you must know. So I suggest everyone like and save this problem and let our children learn what this rule is. Let me give you an example. Let's look at this. For instance, 1/2 minus 1/3. Calculate it. What does it equal? Then, for example, 1/3 minus 1/4 and so on. 1/4 minus 1/5. Let's calculate these types of problems one by one. What are the answers for these three? Look, 1/2 minus 1/3. Finding a common denominator is easy. 2 times 3 is 6, so 3/6 minus 2/6 equals 1/6, right? And here, 3 times 4 is 12, so 4/12 minus 3/12 equals 1/12. For this problem, 4 times 5 is 20, so after finding a common denominator, 5/20 minus 4/20 equals 1/20. So what pattern have we found? Everyone, look, when the denominators are two consecutive natural numbers and the numerators are both 1, the result of subtracting these two fractions is 1 over the product of the two denominators. Did you notice? 2 times 3 gives 1/6. 3 times 4 is 1/12. 4 times 5 is 1/20. Now, in the original question, what are you being asked to find? You're asked to express 1/7 as the sum of two unit fractions. So if you subtract one of these fractions from 1/7, shouldn't the result be the other fraction? Right? So 1/7 minus which unit fraction equals? Which unit fraction is it? Which two numbers should go here? If you apply this pattern, you'll see that you should use two consecutive natural numbers as the denominators, right? So here, you should fill in 7 and 8, which are consecutive, correct? What is 1/7 minus 1/8? 7 times 8 is 56, so that's 1/56. So what is 1/7 equal to? Isn't it the sum of two fractions whose denominators add up to 7 plus 8? Then, doesn't that make the original problem easy to solve? That's just 1/8 plus 1/56. Problem solved with ease. Have you learned it?